energy was like super crazy, super hectic, and like I knew I needed to do a lot of grounding. And so I did like a lot of grounding in the month of April, but it was like so much. It was crazy. And now I feel like we hit the 5-5 portal, and I feel like there's like just a shift. So I still feel like there's changes coming, but I feel like those changes are going to be positive. You have felt the shift. Also been super tired. Yes, like exhausted. Can you ask a question about yourself? Yes, go ahead and ask. Yeah, so I think there was definitely like there was some shift in the energy, and then I know we had a lunar eclipse over the weekend that we just had, so there was like some buildup with the energy there. But yeah, it's been crazy. I was a pandemic nurse, lost dad to it, couldn't save him, stopped CPR. I don't know how to forgive myself. Jenny. Whew, I literally have goosebumps. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Okay, I know I said that I wasn't going to do any readings, but I kind of felt drawn to giving you some information. And I feel like maybe your dad knew you were going to ask that, because I literally have chills right now. And now he's giving me like a warm sensation down my head. And then a weird feeling in my throat. So I'm like hearing what he's saying. I'm just trying to like connect with him so that he can give me some information to like validate for you that it's definitely him, and I'm not like, you don't think that I'm just like relaying a message that I'm coming up with, because he already told me what to say to you. But now I'm asking if he can give some evidential information so that you know that it's definitely from him. So I'm seeing a gentleman with darker hair, and he wasn't very old. So I'm going to say he was probably under the age of 70. So I don't feel like he was very old. Like I feel like before he was sick, like he had a lot of energy. He was in good health. I don't think that he had like any issues before getting sick. I feel like he was active. He did stuff. Like he took care of himself. I feel like he didn't need a lot of assistance. And probably because he wasn't very old. And I don't know if this makes sense to you, but he keeps showing me slippers, but they're like plaid slippers. And I'm sorry, I'm not reading the screen while I do this, because it allows me to like focus on what's coming in instead of focusing on the screen. So if you can kind of just like maybe hold your comments while I do this, and then afterwards we can talk about it. The other thing too, which might help, is do you have 1,000 followers? Because if you do, I can bring you on screen. You do. Do you want to join? Send me a request and you can pop in. That way I can listen to you and connect to you a little bit more. Here you go.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. Hi. Okay. Um so don't give me any information because I want to make sure that what I'm giving you is like evidential so that you know for sure that it's coming from him. So basically what I've gotten so far was that he wasn't very old. I do see him with darker hair. I do see that he was very active before he got sick. Um, Almost like an athletic type. Um, and then he's showing me slippers, but the slippers are like I want to say plaid, like plaid type slippers. So I don't know if that has anything. And then I was definitely getting like a warm sensation down the back of my head with him, and then an like like a throat issue. Um,
I can take that.
okay. I literally have chills right now from my back. Just asking him to come in closer, to give me some more information. I feel like his hands were rough. So like he did stuff like he hold on, let me put my earphones in because I'm getting like a reverb. Um Sorry guys. Hold on one second. Just so I don't get like a reverb of noise. Um, so I feel like his hands are rough, like his fingers are rough. So I feel like whatever he was doing while he was here, he was very active with his hands, like a hard worker, where his hands would be rough, like the skin would be rough on his fingers and his hands.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
okay. Okay, I'm gonna try not to get emotional because he's telling me stuff. So like try not to get super emotional because I've lost my dad too, so I know what it's like.
I'm sorry for your loss also.
Yeah, so he's showing me it's really funny because I'm in healthcare industry as well. Um and he's like showing me like you and I are have like parallel between me and my dad and you and your dad. So like um my dad died very young as well, and like I know how proud my dad is of me because I'm like in healthcare now, and unfortunately he didn't get to live to see me succeed in that because I was only 19 when he passed away. But I feel like the vibe that your dad is giving me is the same vibe that my dad gives me, where he's just like beaming with proudness over your career and how well you're doing in your career. He knows that it's very hard work, it's very stressful work, it's taxing on you emotionally, and okay. So initially, when you had asked that question, he initially said, "It's not her fault. It's not her responsibility. I know that her and her colleagues did everything that they could. It was just my time, and there's nothing that you could have done to change the outcome. So like even if you had like kept going for like another 20 or 30 minutes, it wouldn't have made an outcome. So he doesn't want you to carry that burden or that like weight on your shoulders because it's not your weight to carry." So that was initially what he came through saying, is that it's not her responsibility, it's not her load to bear. She needs to let it go, because there's nothing that anybody could have done. And I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. They were my colleagues, and I do constantly say, what if I would have given him 5 more minutes?
Yeah, he's saying no. Even if you had given him 20 or 30 more minutes, it wouldn't have changed anything. And then he keeps saying baby girl, baby girl. Are you his only daughter?
There was three of us.
Are you the youngest?
I'm the middle.
You're the middle. Okay.
His baby girl, though, my little sister.
Okay. I'm going to turn this light down because it's disturbing me. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. Sometimes, like the light, it gets to be too much. Did he have slippers that were like plaid?
Um,
I don't know why I'm seeing
she
that.
had like pajama pants that were plaid, and I sent up some Christmas decorations, and some of them were plaid.
Okay. And your mom's still here, correct?
Yeah.
Would he normally get her a big bouquet of flowers for Mother's Day and say it was from the kids?
He would when we were younger, but I almost feel like uh, after he passed, I sent flowers to mom from him on Valentine's Day.
Okay, that's what he's acknowledging. I think he's like almost asking, like, can you do that again for Mother's Day?
Yeah.
Um, and then can you understand his hands being rough, like the skin
Yes.
being rough, like he worked with his hands a lot while he was
Yeah.
here? Okay. I already fed all the animals, just so you know.
Dad told me they didn't eat.
They did. Everybody ate. Sorry, guys. And my family, they're crazy. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to like laugh because this is not
No,
like a. My husband's nuts, and so are my kids.
That's not very nice.
Sorry, Gianni. I'm trying to just ask if there's anything else that he can give me. I'm seeing a blue truck, so I don't know if he had a blue truck or if a blue truck it has a significance.
yeah. My sister has a blue truck now.
And is this the same sister that's the younger sister?
Yeah, and she always told him that she'd get a big truck, and she got it after he passed.
Okay, so he's acknowledging that. I guess that makes sense because he was like baby girl, and then I was seeing the blue truck, so that makes sense now. Okay, so he's acknowledging that he sees that. So if you can share that information with your sister, that would be great.
I will.
Is there a chair that you sit in at your house often? Maybe like when watching TV or on your computer or like on your phone, like where you're just kind of like spacing out. And then do you get like a warm or a tingly sensation down your back?
Yeah, and there's it's kind of like his special spot that I'll sit in.
Okay. So that is him coming to visit you. He's showing me that he does that. Like he comes in from behind near your back. And then I'm getting like the tingly warm sensation on my back when he's showing me that. Um, so he's super proud of you and the work you do, but he's also worried because he knows that it's really stressful for you, and he wants you to focus on self care.
Yeah,
Like um, you don't care for yourself enough. You're always caring for others and not caring for yourself. Does that make sense?
yes.
Okay. He has this flower in his hand. It's a big flower. It's a big white flower. And I see them a lot during Easter time. I don't know what kind of flower it is. I don't know like all the names of the flower, but it's really big and it opens up and it has like one of those yellow like things coming out the middle. And I see them a lot around Easter time. So maybe a lily. So I don't know if that has a significance, but he's like going like this and like handing it to you. So I don't know if lilies, if it's a lily or the white flower, if that has a significance. Maybe it was a flower that he would get often for your mom, or I don't know
I
if it
have
was like at his service. I don't know.
I have I had a like a artificial tree that I had big flowers in, and I had lights in them, and the lights would come on their own.
Interesting. Okay. It's always fun to see how like what I get and how I interpret it. So that's interesting. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? I have another guest request. Who is this? I don't know who that is. Um, I just have a warm sensation around my back, like the sensation of like a hug from behind.
Can I ask a question about that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When obviously it was because of the pandemic, so I couldn't see him until he coded, and they called me, and I got there, and I was outside the room, and I was on my knees praying that God let me keep him, and then all of a sudden I got a very warm, like someone hugged me, and it got very, very warm, and without me changing my own words, the words coming out of my mouth changed to no, stop, let him be comfortable, and I don't
Yes.
know if that was him or what it was, or it
Yeah.
just was.
So, yeah, that was definitely him. Because before he's showing me before you even got there, he was already like out of his body and in the corner of the room watching. And then he saw you come in and he saw your distress. And that's when he came in and gave you the warm feeling, and just letting you know, like, hey, everything's going to be okay. And then that sense of like warmth and comfort for you at that time gave you the clarity, like, no, just let him be comfortable, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. I got up after that and I asked for a pulse a couple times and they didn't have one, so I asked them to stop.
Yeah. Because he was already gone at that point. He was right next to you. He was with you outside of his body at that point.
And they were my colleagues. I worked with them for like 13 years.
Yeah, and that's hard, you know, because I'm sure they wanted to make sure that they were doing everything because they knew you were right there, you know. It
They
was a
were
hard
amazing.
situation for everybody. Jenny, I'm sending you so much love and so much light, and I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
But just know that he's still with you, and he's really proud of you.
Thanks.
And send some flowers for your mom from him, and tell your baby sister he sees the blue truck.
I will do that.
All
Thank
right.
you
Well,
so much.
thank you so much for hopping in and sharing your story with us. And I'm sending you so much love and so much light.
Thank you for doing that. You didn't
You're
have to.
welcome. You're welcome, sweetheart.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great night.
You too.
You guys, that was awesome. I was not planning on doing that. I was just going to hop in and do some Reiki and talk about my Reiki course that's coming on Saturday. I have one spot left. My goal